For our Loco Moco recipe, we have organic beef patty here, and we season both sides of the patty with salt and pepper. Nothing complicated there, just straight out salt and pepper. We set it aside, then we prepare our gravy mix. We start off with approximately a cup of high quality beef broth. Pour it in a bowl. Then after that, we put in a dash of soy sauce. Then we also add a dash of sesame oil. Then we add approximately around 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I find this much better than flour because it easily dissolves, and it dissolves much better than flour. We stir that to dissolve it. Oh, but at the same time, I also put a dash of sugar just to put more flavor onto the gravy. So we mix all of that, dissolving the cornstarch, and this will become really good gravy once we start cooking that. Okay, so once that's all dissolved, we put it aside. And since it's November, we have it's a season for chanterelle mushrooms. So I decided to add in chanterelle mushrooms. They're really meaty. They have tons of flavor. And we're also adding in some onions for the gravy. So we'll just saute that in. So we heat up a frying pan. You can use butter or oil. In this case, I'm using regular canola oil because we ran out of butter. Then once the pan is hot, we put in our seasoned beef patty and cook that for approximately 4 minutes. We want to have a really nice crust on the burger. Having a medium burger patty will not work, I think, because Loco Moco usually we want that really crust, so hard crust there. So it's going to really cook the hamburger patty. So approximately around 3-4 minutes, when there's a browning on one side of the patty, we flip it. We just flip once, okay? There you go. We have a nice crust, but it looks like I just had the sides crusted. The middle seems to have been lifted up. I don't know why, but that's easy to fix. We could do that later. So now that we got all the burger all cooked and we have the crust, we have the brown bits on the pan, we can start cooking our gravy. First, we put in our onions and the chanterelle mushrooms. We just saute that until everything becomes soft. The chanterelle mushrooms are so flavorful. The onions add it too, which is a good thing. Normally we don't have that, but I've seen recipes where they add mushrooms, and I totally agree. It's going to make it much more delicious. So once the onions and mushrooms are soft, pour in your gravy mixture and put it on medium heat and just stir it around until the mixture begins to thicken or it starts to reduce. I like my gravy really thick, so I let it stay for a little bit and keep on stirring. And eventually, in just a few more minutes, it's going to start to become more, the gravy is going to start to thicken up. I like it thick because the gravy sticks to the rice, to the hamburger patty, and the egg, and it adds more flavor to it. So here we are. We have our gravy thickened up. Once that's real cooked to my liking, I'll set it aside, and then get ready to cook the egg, which is the last element to a Loco Moco. Okay? Because in a Loco Moco you have rice as the base. Then we pour in the gravy on top of the rice. I have brown rice here, but white rice is really good with Loco Moco. So I drench the rice with the gravy. Then I put the hamburger patty on top of it, and we put more sauce, put more some of that yumminess in it there. It really gets really tasty. It's really good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, anytime really. It's true comfort food. And once you're happy with the gravy that you put on top of the burger patty, it's time to put in an egg. The egg that I put, it's a little bit different from what you normally see. The sunny side up egg that I have is what I call a crispy egg. I learned it from the Spaniards. They made this crispy egg. The edges are crispy. I fry it to the point where it gets really crispy and gives a different texture and flavor to the Loco Moco. I also put furikake. It's a Japanese garnishing that has sesame seeds, seaweed, some salt in it, I believe, and probably some fish in it. So it puts out a lot of umami flavors in it. So here we go. Here's my version of a Loco Moco made in California. Enjoy!